get quiet. Go on and get crunk. Head back to Longview, Kelly popping trunk. I ain't even tripping. Riding and I'm sipping. Let me come through 4-4, steady tipping. On that new lap. Watch the trunk crack. Let me sit sideways, CB running back. Maybe AP, maybe AD. I ain't even tripping cause we some athletes. Messing with Smitty in the summertime. He get pissed if we don't make our time. But we gon' get it, cause we gotta finish. Nebraska horn hustlers, man, we diminish. Put them boys little, paint like a skittle. I ain't even tripping, I ain't never double dribble. Cause I'm a player from the Himalaya. Let me sit sideways, man. Maybe back door, maybe fall off. Sipping codeine cause I gotta kill a cough. Let me sit sideways in the big Benz. Oh, you boys, they my brothers, they my friends.
JD Runnels here, special episode of Fullback U. For me, there wouldn't be a Fullback U if it wasn't for Gary Rose. My high school coach is getting the stadium renamed after him tonight. They're announcing it tonight, and then they're doing a celebration tomorrow night for him. It's kind of weird, Brad, that they're actually playing Dell City is where he started, and he's from Shawnee, but started coaching at Dell City, and now made his living at Carl Albert. 10 state titles, Hall of Fame, that whole deal, and Carl Albert plays Dell City tomorrow, so should be an interesting game. We're going to talk to some of my former teammates, talk to some of my former coaches. You'll hear some really, really funny stories. I'm sure everything's going to come up from high school stuff to college to pro, and I'm sure it'll be a fun night for everybody, and excited to see Coach Rose get this stadium named after him because he really deserves it. This is Mike Goff, okay? He's my high school defensive coordinator, and I've never loved a guy so much that I've been so mad at before. Okay, I'm gonna let you tell it, Coach, because you guys made a move that changed my life.
Well, one day we were discussing, we knew that in order for us to beat Douglas High School, we were gonna have to make a change. Douglas had beaten us earlier in the year, and in order to beat them in the playoffs, which we knew we would end up finally meeting them in the playoffs, we knew we were going to have to make a change. So the suggestion was to move JD to free safety,
which JD didn't like,
from defensive end, and it wasn't met with a whole lot of approval. But making the move made a big difference. Made a big difference for him because I think a couple of the hits that he made against Booker T. Washington ended up helping him to get a scholarship at OU.
Just some of the things he taught me. One, chemistry, and he was an awesome chemistry teacher.
Well, thank you.
But that, and then just teamwork, leadership, discipline. I can't thank this guy enough. Hard work. Love this guy, man. Tenacious, but loved on his players. Told me every game before my games he loved me. But he made me work for it. But at the end of the day, trusted him and wouldn't have wanted to play for anybody else.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Go back, you. Love you, Coach. Yes, sir. My brother Mikey Dunn back on the pod, man. First of all, Mike got to sit up there with Coach Rose, man. What's it mean just to be up there? Just he's family to us.
Yeah.
So what's today mean?
It just means the world, getting to be back here. And this is one of the reasons why I moved back from Texas, was to be able to be around family, be around the people that kind of molded us. So, man, I'm excited to be there, get to be on the field for a reunion for the first time in a long time, I guess. So.
Yeah. Mike's a great public speaker, but he's like playing with my back while I'm over here just like toying around with me. I mean, that's how he is.
We're close.
See, we're brothers.
We're close.
Nothing's changed since 1994. But anyway, Mike got a huge game tomorrow, man. So again, first of all, proud of you for even getting it to this point.
Yeah.
Beat McGinnis last week. Talk about that, and then the huge game coming up.
Yeah, well, McGinnis, they really came with it. They got a really good squad over there. I think everyone's going to know who Dominic Richardson is, in the next couple of years once he goes to TCU. So those guys are really good. Now we got the Titans tomorrow. Last year came close.
Oh my God, craziest game ever.
Yeah, lost it in overtime in one of those instant classics. So we're just looking forward to going out competing and getting to do it with those guys on a huge level. Number one game in the state for the second week in a row. So we're just happy to be there, man.
Last one, Gary Rose Stadium, and then what's tonight like? I mean, holy cow! I mean, everybody here, like we know everybody, but just the coaches, just all those paths. What's
man,
like?
I mean, anytime you're in here, I love looking around and seeing some of the things that we were a part of.
We built it.
Yeah, and so just all the family here, all the coaches, all the players. We just took a picture with a bunch of our guys that we got to play ball with. So Coach Dozier over there. I mean, just really, really happy to be here and proud to be a small part of Coach Rose's life, and obviously obviously he's probably bigger in our lives than we are in his, but he knows all of us by name. He knows our story. He knows what we're all about. He knows our life now. So, hopefully one day get to be just like him.
Yeah, man. Carl Albert's got the streak on the line, Brad, but hell, if there's anybody I want to see win, it's this guy right here. So, man, I'll be there early.
I appreciate it.
Brad will be out of town, but hell, I got videos for him, so we'll post it on here. But Mikey Dunn.
All right, appreciate it.
Go Eagles.
Yeah.
W Rose. Brad, this is my brother from another mother, my brother's brother from another mother. This is Kyle Richey. Some don't know him as the girls basketball coach here at Carl Albert, but I've known him forever. He was my 7th grade basketball coach, so he knows a lot of incriminating stories on me. But Coach Richey, great moment tonight. Talk about what you just think of Coach Rose and everything.
Legendary. He's known me since birth. My dad and him and Coach Goff coached together at Del City. They played dominoes together every day at lunch, which is something that JD and Lenny and I like to do every now and then.
Yes.
He gave me my, first coaching job when I came back to here. He said, "Hey, do you want to come back and help with the football team?" I said, "Definitely, I would love to come home," because I graduated here in '91 as well. And 24 years later, I'm still here, and what he did here is unbelievable. And so it's just a great honor tonight to be back and see all of these people.
Coach would volunteer his time for us in the playoffs, man. Did all of our film work and everything. Doing great work here. Talk about the girls program going on.
We're getting it back. We're going to get back to where it should be. Girls have had a heck of an off season. I just love where we're going and taking this program.
Yep. Coach, family, again, I learned so much from you. Never missed a practice at 6 a.m. Never let us miss a side-by-side over and back in 13 times in a minute. Owe you a lot, and I'm glad that you missed a few half-court shots so I didn't have to run extra.
Every now and then we would do a double or nothing right there.
Coach has got a jumper. Don't let him fool you. He's got a jumper. He pull him half court on you. That's my thing.
I can still play some horse and some gotcha, but running up and down anymore, I'm probably out on that. Coach Rose and everything, faith, family, friends, and take a look around here tonight.
No doubt.
Pretty much sums it up.
No doubt. Speaking of faith, family, friends, lastly, you have an identical twin named Jackson. Talk about how my main man, Big Jackson's doing.
He's doing great. Love hanging out with when Tripp and Lee and Liam and Jax, they all get to hang out together. It is an absolute riot. The videos are going to be legendary.
Yes.
A lot of senior videos when they get older, we can come back and get on them.
Well, I'm glad we're funding the money for them now because we'll have a little evidence to get that back.
This is true.
Yes,
this is true.
We'll have to get Jackson on the podcast too. We'll have to have, with your permission. Be careful what I wish for.
Is there a delay?
No, we're good. We're good to go. Whatever you say goes. Whatever you say. But again, thank you, my man Kyle Richey. Come support Carl Albert girls basketball. They're gonna be really good.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir. My buddy Jake Guerrero, Guerrero Electric Service. Great design. Just passed your electric test.
Yes.
If you tell people about that, and then how you know how we go way back. Just don't tell the story about that one night.
Okay. Me and JD go way back. 7th grade. Carl Albert. Great guy.
Checks in the mail.
Yeah. I did. I just passed my contractor's test. So should be starting my own business, getting out there, doing electric work everywhere.
Doing great work. So hit him up. Make sure we get a little copy up online. Talk about football, man. We grew up. Golly, you were my D tackle next. I was right D in next to you. We played damn near just everywhere together. Inseparable through high school. Me, you, Mike, Dre, everybody. So just talk about all that.
We had probably the best high school group that you could ever have. Especially when you're winning and you're doing all this. I mean, it's just great. I mean, really. We've been out of school almost 15 years or whatever, more than that.
And nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed. We still hang out. We still see each other. We still love each other.
Yeah.
It's just great.
3 state titles. Coach Rose. Your brother's won 3, however many championships. Talk about what Coach Rose meant to you. He's still, you and your brothers are still one of his favorites. Your brother was a great leader in my life. Dad, obviously. Just talk about that.
Well, me and Coach Rose, we hit it off we still have breakfast, lunch together.
That's awesome.
Probably once a month, and we just he's like a father figure to you. I mean, he's really trying to teach you when you're there. You may not take to it while you're there, but I mean, in life, I mean, it's just life skills that he's trying to help you with, and he's just a great mentor to have.
What do you think of the podcast?
It's great. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I listen to it when I go to jobs, just driving in my truck. I mean, I listen to it. I love it.
Jake would be a great guy to ask this question. Funny stories from JD's past that like won't get me in trouble.
No, I mean,
Are there any?
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of great stories. I mean, we have lots of great stories after games and whatnot. But you know, just playing together was really what I remember the most. Playing together and being out there and winning the end of games and just hugging each other and loving each other. That's what it's all about.
My buddy Jake Guerrero, check him out if you need any electric service done. He's the man. He's worked for me plenty. Get you in and out, cheaper than anybody. Great work too.
Thank you.
Got you, brother. Army football player, amazing player, even better person, Miss Mike Evans. Just, if you can, you're back here working at Carl Albert, you're doing God's work, you're doing great work at our school. Does it get any better than that?
Doesn't get any better than this. No, this was a special night. It's hard to put into words. I just wanted to be a part of it.
Yeah.
All these people looking over here, it's really special.
This guy, what I love about Mike, one, I mean, he made the ultimate sacrifice to serve for us and play at Army. Incredible game by your boys last year. Almost beat OU.
Hey, they had a good one last week, too.
Michigan, yes. I picked them, actually. I thought everybody had thought they were going to lose by 23
and a half.
Something like that. They don't know. They just don't know football. That was an easy pick for me. But anyway, we'll talk about Army. How you feel about the Army football team? What do you think?
It's unbelievable what they're doing. I never thought I would see Army. We won probably 3 games a year when I was up there, and they've got it turned around. They're doing great things. It's fun to watch.
I got to say, man,
it's a fun team to watch.
Their O-line and fullbacks, defense, front seven. I mean, it's going to be tough to get the elite athletes, obviously, but goodness.
Every time they step on the field, they're outmatched. They're undersized. They're slower, but they play together and they play hard. They play disciplined football. It's fun to watch.
You were an amazing tight end, obviously, but Coach Rose
had a good one to learn from.
Well, thank you. Mike was behind me, but talk about what Coach Rose means to you, man.
You saw it right here. You saw it with these guys and all the stuff they had to say. It was the passion and the heart that he brings the best out of people. He made us better. He made us be the best versions of ourselves.
Yeah.
And that was so cool. Everybody was better for just having been around him.
Yeah. Favorite game in high school, favorite game in college?
Favorite game in high school, well, it's the one that, it wasn't one that I played in. It was one that you played in. It was that one Coach Rose told the story about when Belvin broke through and blocked the kick. That's it. That's what I tell people. My favorite story is.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's unbelievable.
I didn't even play it. I was a spectator.
What about college, though?
College, we had one against, they called the Mikey Miracle.
Okay.
And we came back, we were down 10 with a minute and a half to go against Tulane.
Oh, my gosh.
And we had a Hail Mary as time expired, and then we won it in overtime. It was unbelievable.
Real quick, update us on Carl Albert, man. I'm the biggest CA fan there is, so let us know how we're doing this year. Update us on the squad.
The squad's looking good. We got plenty of athletes. You guys have covered that. We got to come together. We got to keep grinding. We got to stick to our roots, stay humble, and keep working hard every week.
We got the Target shirt on our back.
Yep.
We got the state's longest win streak on our back. We got just what you said, though. You put the family first. You put the team first. You don't care what position you play. You don't care who gets the ball. You don't care who gets credit. It's the little things, man, that I appreciate you preaching to them every day. So keep it up, brother.
Appreciate you. I appreciate it.
Mike Evans.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Doing great. First year teacher, 7th and 8th grade math.
How's that? You're a math guy?
I'm a math guy.
What does he do?
Coach, he might be filming a little bit. So.
What is that? You're a math teacher?
I'm a math guy. I qualified really early.
Could you even count to 228?
Coach. Well, I tell the story. You're going to love this one. You came and brought me my first letter from OU when I I was in trigonometry honors class.
Was you in trig honors?
Yes, sir, I was. Came in two times to my class. One time to let me pick out number 85, and you said, now that's Coach Rollins' number, so you better represent it well.
Oh, yeah.
I remember,
right.
Coach. But here's the story that I told my team today, and they didn't believe me. But you don't laugh. You already know where I'm going. J.D. Runnels quit football his sophomore year in his head, walking home.
Yep.
He quit football. He was out of football after day one.
And Andre Daniel with him.
The starting what was going to be the starting quarterback with him. So, but somebody wouldn't let me quit.
That's right.
Somebody wouldn't let me quit.
God.
He did. Chris, he called me in the next day. He said, you ain't quitting. He said, I know you love basketball, but you're a football player.
Yeah.
And there ain't too many 5'11" point guards in the NBA. And you can't
Or
shoot
in college.
In college.
You can't shoot anyway.
You're getting bigger. I gained 40 pounds.
Yeah.
Got offered by A&M. The rest was history.
Yeah, that's right.
Pulled me in his office 2 times. One was when I got too high. One was when both times. One was when I got too high, and one he didn't want me to get too low. And so the first time I dunked on Western Heights, pointed up to Mike and them with no time left, and I was showboating. So that was one. So I was getting too high. The one where he didn't want me to get too low, he pulled me in one time, and this was probably the most. It showed me where he was early, because when you get to your back against the wall, you don't know who to trust when your back is against the wall. And so he pulls me in, and it was right after we had won state my junior year. And so he calls me in, and I'm like, I'm not even thinking of anything. And I'm like, why is he? I'm thinking I'm in trouble or something. So he sits me down. And he says, listen. He said, it's nothing against you, but I only nominate my seniors for All-State. And he said, what I'm going to tell you, you need to be humble about, and you need to be a good teammate, and you need to not go talk to everybody. He said, you made it without me nominating you. But by that, I still stand by my standards. And right there, it took me to a place where I could have been a guy that said, man, it should be me first. But I thought about Santee Jackson, and I thought about Matt Hinton. I thought about Mike Roberson, the guys that put in work the same amount of effort that I did, and they deserved everything that I got. Yeah. So you taught me so many lessons, Coach. It was more than football. It was never cussing, always spiritual. And I just learned to trust you. I didn't want to all the time. One more story.
Oh, yeah. I know what this one is. After Guthrie in 2001.
Stillwater. I have this great game. We play Stillwater. I'm on the front page, body slamming this kid. Front page of the paper. 4 catches, 164 yards, 2 touchdowns. No big deal.
Yeah.
Pulls me out. We get to football. Just trust me, but you're going to be a decoy this week. And my heart drops. I'm like, Coach, we played Ada this week too. And, we had Ada had beaten us the year before in the regular season. We beat them in the state finals. I get to win the MVP, make All-State. Man, we're going to play Ada. We're going down there. And he says, you're going to be a decoy. And I'm like, Coach, any game but this. Any game but this, Coach. Please, just trust me. You're going to be a decoy. And Brad, we would fake this little drift play, and the whole defense would go that way. We throw this backside slant. Brandon Smith has 238 receiving yards in the first half. Yeah. We leave Ada up 39-6 with 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Their coach is waving the white flag. Don't want no more. It was raining a little bit.
There's thunderstorms coming, but
they didn't want no more.
They had enough. Yeah.
But again,
I forgot about the decoy part. I remember Brandon catching. No, he didn't forget, did he? That's great. Yeah, you can be a decoy for your team, can't you?
That was my talk to my team today. And, again, those lessons, when it works, and even if it didn't work, there were some times where it didn't work. Yeah. I knew I was a football player sophomore year when we played Bishop Kelly, and I stayed home on the reverse, and Coach Rose gave me an extra Sonic burger. He gave me an extra brown bag special. In front of the bus, Chad Stuckey's dad told me that I saved the state championship for him that year. I was the only one who stayed home on the reverse, and just the sandwich meant so much to me.
McDonald's
Sonic hamburger.
Typical sophomore.
Yeah, I was so happy. But it was so many moments. You never missed a practice. You never called in sick. You never, did not care about it. You always cared. It was always football related. You called every pass play for me. Called every. I wouldn't have a few records if it wasn't for you. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. How about El Reno in 2000?
For a lot of people that don't know, though, Coach, I mean, you were a micromanager, though, because that wouldn't happen. We were 1-3 at that time. They were number 1 in the state. We could have easily went out there and folded.
Yeah.
But somebody told us that it didn't matter, and we came together as a team, and it was awesome. It was awesome. But Coach, we could do this all night. We could do this. You deserve everything, though, man.
Thank you.
You really do. I love you, man.
Love you too, JD.
You deserve
Runnels.
this stadium. You deserve it. I look forward for my son to play in Gary Rose Stadium.
That'll be good. I will come watch that.
Love you, Coach.
Love you too.
Take care.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.